welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's Saturday BOLO Day. We try to give you some of the things that sold in the past week as we record this, and give you a little bit of tips, a little bit of talk about what to look for when you're out there, why they sold, what you should look for, and take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right. Well, here's a magazine from Mr. Magazine.
Nice.
It doesn't look like much. I think I spoke about this title before, but American Cinematographer, 1977, Exorcist 2, which I don't think was as good as Exorcist 1, but regardless, the magazine sold for $51.
So, did Linda Blair get possessed again? Was it her again?
She may have.
I would say. That's bad luck.
Yeah,
that's bad luck.
But again, if you see things like this, they're obscure. Scarf them up. You never know what you can get for them.
Oh, $51 for that. And that's something other when you do find them out there, you're paying $1 to $2
Yeah,
for it. Probably
exactly.
$1.
Right.
I mean, realistically.
Yep.
Wow.
And they are out there. I mean, you get them here and there. You find them around. People are movie buffs.
Yeah.
They buy them. So keep an eye out. Next magazine up, USFL Kickoff Magazine from 1985.
Oh, championship game.
USFL is back. It took about 8 months for this to sell, whatever, but I got $22 out of it. So, you could probably get 20 to 30 probably. I had it on sale, but again, it's trending now because the team's playing. They rejuvenated that league.
But that's the program, right?
Yep.
That was like NFL did pro. That's
Right.
kickoff program,
Exactly,
right? Yep. Not just a magazine. So
Yep.
probably should have put program instead of magazine, even
Right.
though it's okay.
True.
Yep.
No, I agree. It was not me, my employee. He's no longer with us.
God rest his soul.
Next up,
Or not.
everybody loves Elmo, but not everybody loves paying money for Elmo magazines. Now,
Oh.
now this is a crappy picture. It took like 10, 11 years for this to sell.
Oh.
So the background's ugly. There's a lot of glare. But again, it's Elmo, and he only sold for $8. So maybe
With free shipping, too.
with free shipping. So maybe think twice before loving Elmo.
Well, I think my other point it would be, too, not only is the picture not good, it's got one keyword. They're probably and
well, NL. If you're a National League Baseball team or something, maybe they search an NL instead of no label.
That's true. Well, plus 5-15 to 21 instead of May space
Right,
15. Yeah. So I guess this.
We've come a long way since 2009.
And I think that's a big point.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows the folly at times of the long tail as well. Because had you sold this in 2009, you would have made a lot more money than you made now.
Sure.
Because postage has gone up, et cetera.
I'm gonna find a new one, have a new listing, and see if we can tickle me Elmo,
Maybe
tickle me pink.
Maybe in 2 weeks we'll be talking about that again. Hey, look what a real listing does.
Sure, yeah, definitely. Next up, another magazine, Texas Monthly, 2016. Tony Romo of the Dallas Cowboys, which my employee did not mention Dallas Cowboys, but it still sold. 6 years later for $11.
Wow.
So. Seems cheap for this.
That
but,
seems cheap and a long time to sell.
His name is in there. The title's in there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I would still pick this up if you can for $1 or $2. You should be able to get at least, throw the Cowboys in. Maybe you get $20 on it.
Well, here's my question on that, and this would be kind of interesting to do if you ever come across two of those again. It'd be an interesting experiment. List one under magazines and list one under sports football.
There you go. Yeah.
And see which one sells first. That would be
I
very
bet you're right.
interesting.
Yeah, good idea. Next up, another magazine. Anything old sells, I would say. This old from the 30s, as long as it's a good-looking picture, the title's okay. There's not much inside. I think, did they do no, they didn't do table of contents, but it still sold for $19. Outdoor Life, 1937.
Yep, and I've I tend to stay away from that kind of magazine, but my point of demarcation is basically 1940. If it's newer than 40, it's got to be priced absolutely right. If it's older than 1940, then I'm buying it, generally speaking.
Gotcha. Good to know. Last up is my item of the week. I'm shocking on this. It's a rare card. You probably won't see this anywhere. I've never seen one in 30 years, but I did pick up a collection of Don Mattingly cards. A Yankee great from the 80s. It's his 1980 South Atlantic League promo card. And one for $323.23, which his number was 23.
And it's authenticity guarantee.
It is, yes.
I see that there. Nice.
Very good. So.
Yep, and anybody who doesn't know, it's guaranteed through eBay. Mr. Magazine got a special label when he got it to ship it out to. He mailed it out to eBay. eBay verifies that indeed is the card, that it is a real card. They then attach a sticker, I believe, to the holder, not to the cart.
Okay.
That'd be funny.
Yep.
Why is there this big eBay sticker over his face? And then they mail it out to the customer. So it allows people to buy cards like that with confidence on eBay.
Sure.
And at this point, there's no charge to buyer or seller. That'll change. Vegetable can labels, lot of 11, original vintage corn, peas, beans. Bought this. Now, one thing that you're probably asking, why didn't I mention Squaw brand?
Because you can't?
I don't know if you can or not, and that's just one of those deals that I didn't want to say. I mean, it's got great graphics on it, but that's the kind of thing that can just on a whim get you in trouble with eBay.
Yeah.
So when in doubt, don't list things like that just because. Now I do have it pictured. Notice it's my first picture out of all of them as well because it is a it is a nice. Ooh, yeah, it was nice. I don't know what I'm doing there, but it was a nice nice illustrations on it compared to the other ones. I don't generally buy this kind of thing, but I picked it up right, and I think I got $24 out of it, $2 a piece. So if you're out there, sealed labels out there, a lot of people ask $1 a piece on them at sales. Unless you really know your labels, which I do not know, probably not worth buying at $1 a piece because you're not really making anything.
True.
But I picked them up cheaper than that, so I was able to make some money on them. Next item we have over here, Primary Child Little Beginner Sunday School Bible Verse, 1930s, lot of 149 of these. You find these things out there all the time. They do not have a lot of value. Save them up, lot them out. I got, what did I get out of it? 40 cents a piece. Something rather like that out of it, which on the one hand seems like a steal because they're from the 1930s.
Yeah.
On the other hand, they're not hot by any means whatsoever. But I did want to illustrate this because you will find these out there, and you will find them out there in big groups. Because what ended up happening was the kid went to Sunday school week after week after week, saved them all up. Obviously, he went for 149 weeks.
Good for him.
3 years worth of Sunday school is worth $58. Now you know. But you do buy things like these when you get them cheap enough, because in a big enough lot, pretty much anything will sell. This next item over here, Overdrive Magazine, June 1983, American trucker Suzanne Regard, who's the beautiful lady on the cover, and Tyrone Malone, who I didn't know anything at all about, but I put the picture of him in there, and apparently he had truck races and all that kind of thing, tricked up trucks and had truck races, etc. A lot of people were asking me about the Tyrone Malone. So that is a keyword. If you find anything with him in it, definitely do put it up. I just put it up because there was nothing else in there really to talk about, and found out Tyrone Malone definitely sells. So does Moses. Moses also likes to drive a truck, now that I think about it. Or not Carl, that's what I meant. Carl.
The mailman.
The mailman, he delivers.
Yeah. Well, this guy invaded Canada.
Yes, he did. But $32 on that magazine over there, which, again, and this is like a lot of the magazines we talk about.
We should call it Overcharge Magazine.
Wow. This is like a lot of the magazines that we talk about. You don't tend to find one. You tend to find a bunch because the person that had it was a trucker. Yeah. Head on into the next thing, putting on the Ritz crackers, that is. 1940s empty box, National Biscuit Company.
Doesn't look that old.
$42. I dated it. How did I date it? I dated it because the address was New York, New York, with no number, no zip on it whatsoever, not even the New York 12, New York or anything.
Cool.
Fairly nice shape on that over there. Bought this at an estate sale for $2 with another piece with it. Got $42 out of it, so I was pretty happy about that over there. Every once in a while you come across old packaging, buy it. Just buy it. Putting on the Ritz.
Yeah.
You remember that song?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do remember.
Do you remember the one from the 80s or the one from the 30s? Because I'm talking about the one from the 30s when I was growing up.
No.
All right, and the last thing over here, Song of the South, Walt Disney Movie Program, 1946, got $68 out of it.
Wow.
This is not a very good listing. I just listed it and it sold for $68 at auction. Do you know anything at all about Song of the South?
Disney made it.
You do know that. Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus.
Brer Rabbit.
Yep.
I didn't want to step in any of that going on with whether you can or you cannot list it.
Now, you can always call them, but you don't want them to tell you no, huh?
Well, I
Flying
just
under the
decided
radar.
I would
Flying
put it
under the
on like that, not mention anything. And what scared me was
Less is more.
4 or 5 of them had sold for anywhere from $40 to $80. One was listed at $100, but that seems like not a lot of programs for 1946.
Right.
It really seems like there should be more of those out there, which is kind of why I was a little bit worried about listing it, but I said, I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to hit any of the keywords. I see there's at least another one listed. I mean, I've got plausible deniability. If they were to pick it up, it's not an obvious thing.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't list anything problematic on it. I mean, it's sung at a South Walt Disney movie program, 1946. There's nothing problematic in there whatsoever. I didn't say, look, Remus. I didn't say Brer Rabbit. I didn't say. Did I leave money on the table? Possibly.
A little bit, maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. Yeah.
But glad to have it gone. $68. It's going to a good home. And sometimes you're better off leaving money on the table and better not poking the bear. I think Brer Rabbit taught us that. He also taught us hit the like button. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.